What I hope it is that we sound like real adults who make you feel like a kid again. Like, you know,
That's what
I want, you know, the one thing that I think from this record, you listen to this record and what we're getting from fans, and this is how we felt and we're glad that people did, was just that it's an energy that there's no real
this shit is
directly.
zany.
It's making people smile. It's making people remember an energy and you know an attitude and a way to you know about rap music that we all love.
I think that it's cool for two 38-year-old men to do that and to almost Louis C.K. it versus trying to get the world to take them seriously because I want you to at this time, or I have more than you, or I'm the hippest kid now, or I got the newest of the new. Nothing new's under the sun. But you can reintroduce old concepts in very new ways.
Our platform is strictly about this is the nastiest shit.
That's it. Like, this is it. We just want to be the dopest.
That's what I'm running.
Yeah.
And, you know, also, I really wanted to talk about a couple of important topics.
And we did.
For me, like dolphin rape. And Yetis.
Which is a problem.
Yeah.
So, you know, there were things that needed to be addressed. And we're all glad that I did. I've never done something like this. And we did this as a real record and we stress to people that it's an album, it's not a mixtape. And
yeah, please
but it really felt amazing to see the reaction just of fans, you know, right away. That's like a very that's a very visceral, you know, experience. And
sure. If the goal is to get people to listen to the record, right, as many people as possible, giving away for free seems like the smartest thing to do, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
And the deal is just come out to the shows.
Yeah,
it's an easy deal.
Right.
You know?
Or not. I mean, maybe you don't like the record. That's okay.
That's
you
fine.
didn't pay for it.
You talked about creating an adversary in your head to get you sort of focused for writing. Can you describe what that adversary was in your head?
I just imagine the average rapper or as a kid with shoes on a train. But the real adversary on me for this record is the bourgeoisie and the elite. That's always, you know.
Sure.
Like when I say I'm robbing a king or a queen, I'm literally talking about those kings and queens. You know, I said if I catch the Prince of England sipping, he gonna run me the jewels. Like I really would like to do that. You know.
We definitely should.
Yeah, shooting a poodle. What says snobbery more than a poodle? They're the most fucking sadistically snobbish dogs. I was in an antique store with my wife yesterday, and if you follow me on Instagram, you saw me. Well, you saw I took a picture of a fucking poodle just laying sideways. I was taking a picture just doing that because that motherfucker, every time he'd get up, he'd look at me and turn his big poodle ass to me and walk away. Yeah. So
it upsets me that there are poodles breathing your air.
We should really exterminate the poodles, like just as a fucking species of dog. Yeah, and with killums, with a fucking poodle head like that.
There are problems in the world. Granted, there are problems in the world, but the poodle thing.
Yeah. If you put me on a fucking song with somebody, I'm gonna try to tear their fucking head off, and that's just period. And that was another beautiful thing about making this record, man. We were just like going. Like we were just, it felt good to be in a room just going, just no ego, just, man, your last word inspired me to say this crazy shit. I'm gonna stop here, your last word inspired me. I get chill bumps talking about that shit. Like, that's just, I just had fun. You know,
one of the things I liked about doing this record, and I hope comes across that people like, is that there's a balance, and that's something that when you do a group, you can create a balance, and that's not something that you can do when you're doing your own record. And a lot of people try and fill their records up with guest appearances and things just to break up what they perceive as monotony. It's a challenge, a real challenge, to make a solo album and have it remain interesting and have it change and have people really wrapped up in your voice specifically over the course of a bunch of songs. In this situation, we get to, just as soon as you start getting sick of me, Mike comes in. Just as soon as Mike is shouting a little too loud, I come in. And you know, we're both very individual. The way that we do shit, the way that we write, and the fact that we're so different. In terms of our style and the way that we spit shit, but we're finding these lines that intersect, and we're playing off of those. And to me, that's exciting. That's exciting to me. You know, as a fan, it's like you know, you never see that happen. You never see people do what we're doing right now. And I'm not saying it I'm saying that as a fan. That's why I did the record, because it was like, it's only some shit that, you know, kind of people wish would happen, or that you say you're gonna do, but you never really do. And,
I mean, there's an entire generation of kids that don't know what a rap group is.
True.
You know?
True.
Yeah.
Like, until they heard Odd Future, they didn't know that there were groups of rappers and you could have multiple people on one song.
True. And I qualify rap groups as two things. You have your classic duos, and you have your groups. And you know, you got your groups, which are like 3 and more people. Then you got your classic duos, and we really on a mission to recreate the classic duo. Like EPMD was much of our muse in there, not in terms of sounding like them, but very much in terms of the balance and the continuity that they had. Like Eric was funny, so I attempted to up my humor. I've always had this dark, weird humor, you know what I mean? And I tried to up it. I even planed my style down some, and it got even more direct than usual, because I wanted people, you know, I didn't want to scare the Southerners that I knew were going to love this record from hearing this record, because they felt like I was going at their head and not their hearts too.
Plus,
this
I
time.
got the weird covers, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.